Welcome to BibleLink. Great to see you. Our hope is to help link the Bible to real life, your life. It works like this. We'd read one chapter a day, Monday through Friday, with Saturday and Sunday being catch-up days. Now, it's easy to jump in at any point, and guess what? It's even easier to jump back in if you get out of sync. In chapter 11 of John, Jesus hears of the death of Lazarus, comforts Lazarus' sister, raises Lazarus from the dead, and once again we hear the religious leaders plot against Jesus. Did you know the shortest verse in the Bible is found in this chapter? John 11:35. Jesus wept. That verse carries so much understanding of who Jesus is. You see, Jesus knows what it's like to feel grief, to feel pain, and to feel the sting of loss. And while Jesus is God, he is so very human as well. Jesus raising Lazarus from the dead is one of the most dramatic stories in the Bible. It's viewed as proof positive that Jesus is God. If you've been counting, this is the seventh miracle we've seen in John, and it's probably the most powerful miracle in the New Testament. The reason Lazarus' resurrection is so amazing is that in the Jewish culture, a person was not actually accepted as being fully dead, with no chance of coming back to life until after 3 days. That's why Jewish families do something today we call sit shiva. But remember, Jesus didn't arrive to see Mary and Martha until the fourth day. Now, and upon his arrival, Jesus simply cries, "Lazarus, come out!" in verse 43. He must have nearly shouted it, since cried out in Greek is indicative of speaking at the top of his lungs. Jesus wanted everyone there to hear his command. He wanted them to hear his voice so there would be no doubt. Lazarus, who'd been dead for 4 days, comes out wrapped up in his burial linen. Jesus tells him to unwrap him and let him go. Here it is, proof positive, seen by several dozen of witnesses that Jesus has the power to raise the dead, even after 4 long grief-filled days. There's extreme power in Jesus' command to rise and live again. He even tells them, "I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me will live even though they die." Death is a subject that often strikes fears into our heart. We hear the stories of Lazarus coming back to life, but we sometimes forget that ultimately he died. Lazarus died one day. And one day, so will we. But hearing this story and applying its spiritual meaning can give us all hope, comfort, and a sense of peace. Our prayer for you is to know this. This life is not the end. There's always more with Jesus. And even though we die, we live. We live. Thanks for listening. Got a question? Post it on Facebook. Looking forward to the conversation. See you tomorrow, and don't forget to invite a friend.